Good morning. Our topic is biodiversity at global, national, and local level. So, we'll start with what is biodiversity. It is nothing but the measure of the varieties of Earth's animal, plant, and microbial species, of genetic differences within species, and of the ecosystem that supports a species. So, over the past discovery of this wide varieties of species, the scientists have estimated that the number of species could vary from 1.5 to 20 billion, and there are at present 1.8 million species which are known and documented by the scientists in the world, but still a majority of species are yet to be discovered. And over the past 200 years, only 1/6 has been identified and authenticated out of the estimated 30 million species on this earth. So, while speaking about the biodiversity at global level, most of the world's bio-rich nations are in the south, which are the developing nations, and the countries which are capable of exploiting diversity are northern nations, and thus the developed world has come to support the concept that biodiversity must be considered to be a global resource. So, the conservative estimates of the existing biodiversity is 10 million species, which includes 98% birds, 95% reptiles and amphibians, 90% fish, and about 85% higher plants, which is known to exist on this earth. Then moving on to the biodiversity at national and local level, it is known that India is the 10th among the plant-rich countries of the world, 4th among the Asian countries, 11th according to the number of endemic species of higher vertebrates, and 10th in the world as far as richness in mammals is concerned. Out of the 10 hotspots identified in the world, India has 4, and these are the Eastern Himalaya, Northeast India, Western Ghats, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The crops which grew first in India spread throughout the world, and it includes rice, sugarcane, Asiatic vignes, jute, mango, citrus, and banana, several species of millets, spices, medicinal, aromatics, and ornamentals. And India also ranks 6th among the centers of diversity and origin in terms of agrobiodiversity. It has over 1,08,276 species of bacteria, fungi, plants and animals which is identified and discovered, and out of this 84% species constitute fungi, flowering plants and insect, and in terms of the number of species, the insecta constitute nearly half of the biodiversity in the world, and in the world as a whole 16 lakh 4,000 species of Monera, Protista, fungi, planta and animalia have been described so far. Then is a table which describes the known and estimated diversity of life on the earth. So, as mentioned above, the insects and other arthropods almost holds or constitutes nearly half of the biodiversity in India. And then comes the percentage of the different biota in India, and then the table which describes the number of species of bacteria, fungi, plants and animals. And here also, while estimating the percentage, the higher percentage is constituted by the insecta family. And then comes India, which is considered as a mega diverse biodiversity. So biodiversity has three aspects mainly, which is the genetic, species and ecosystem, and India is recognized to be uniquely rich in all these three aspects, and country has a rich heritage of biodiversity encompassing a wide spectrum of habitats from tropical rainforest to alpine vegetation and from temperate forest to coastal wetlands, and almost all the biographical regions of the world are represented here in India. And India is also one of the 12 mega diversity nations of the world, accounting for 7.31% of the global faunal and 10.88 of the global floral total species, and it is estimated that 18% of Indian plants are endemic to the country and found nowhere else in the world. So some of the salient features of India's biodiversity is as follows. So India has two major regions, which is called the Palearctic and the Indo-Malayan, and three biomes, which is namely the tropical humid forest, the tropical dry deciduous forest and the warm desert or the semi-deserts. India has 10 biographical regions as well, which is namely the Trans-Himalayan, the Himalayan and the Indian desert, the semi-arid zone, the Western Ghats, the Deccan Peninsula, the Genetic Plain, Northeast India, the islands and the coast. And India is also one of the 12 mega diverse nations of the world as mentioned above, and is also one of the 12 centers of origin of cultivated plants. And there are also two hotspots that extend into India, which are the Western Ghats of Sri Lanka and the Indo-Burma region, which almost covers the eastern Himalayas. And further, these hotspots are included among the top 8 most important or hottest hotspots. So that's all about it. Thank you.